it's always a great thank you to you, because I was there yesterday and I'm here today. I've seen from whence we came as an institution. Thanks a lot for your efforts. And by the way, he is relatively new with AmCham, less than 6-7 months. Yeah, less than 6-7 months. And this gentleman has done phenomenal work, not only for AmCham, but for the Gambia. Because being able to have an opportunity for GCAA to have training and world-class training from Jackson Hertzfield. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And going forward, I think we now will have a video from Social Security and Housing. Okay, we'll do the video over dinner. What I'll do then, I'll allow Mr. Saul Frazer of Global Properties to come and give us a presentation. See, one thing that Gambia needs, both the New Gambia and people, you know, in the diaspora, is housing. Not only affordable housing, but access to good housing. Mr. Frazer has been someone who has been working relentlessly for the past 10 years plus. Like I said, I was there when everything started, and I now know what he has and what he has done in Gambia, to the point he has become a household name in the Gambia, Global Properties. Mr. Frazer, the floor is all yours, and we'll prepare your presentation on the ground, and just let us know when you want us to switch slides. Thanks, man.
Thank you very much, Mr. Njai. Honorable Minister, members of the High Table, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. First of all, I would like to Malik Khan, child, my family, that is my mother and my sister, we migrated to Sweden, where I spent 10 years of my time. From Sweden, I then later moved to the UK, where I completed my degree in international business and marketing. So I'm actually a salesman by profession, and possibly an accidental realtor. During my years in London, I was fortunate enough to have a scholarship from the Swedish government, who paid for my education to attend a private university. I was in class with the likes of Amidou Babangida, the son of former President Babangida, and wealthy and very famous families. But that didn't fool me. By being in that mix, I got extremely motivated because who was I to be able to have that privilege to be in the same mix with those people? I worked very hard, and I didn't stop there. When I had my scholarship fully paid, I still decided to take 2 jobs, which I didn't have to. But one of the main reasons for doing that was simply because I wanted to start investing back home at a very, very early age. So I used to wake up around 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. in the morning, go and work at a sandwich shop from 6 a.m. till 9 a.m. From 9 a.m. I'll go to uni. When I finish uni around about 3 or 4, I go to my second job, which was to work as an appetizer for a restaurant called Chiquitos at Leicester Square. I will work there till around about 9, 10. I finished and I get home around 11. You can imagine that I was very, very knackered then and very little time to study. So thinking about it now, I'm actually very amazed that I got through university. But all that hard money that I saved up, during that time, about 10, 15 years ago, there wasn't a global properties. So what happened was, I gathered this money and I sent it to a relative to say, hey, can you help me find a property for me? Because I want to make sure that by the time I finish uni, I'll be able to come home, and I want to come home to my property rather than having to rent. I don't have to tell you the rest of the story because I lost my money. But I didn't get discouraged, and I think I worked harder because for me, I couldn't allow anything or anybody to disrupt my goal of owning a property at a very young age. So luckily things went greater than I expected. Before I knew it, I graduated from uni, and I was lucky to get into one of these graduate trainee schemes in London. A graduate trainee scheme means that a company will take you on board and train you to become a manager within a period of, say, 12 months. During my work at ASLIB, which is the Association for Information Management, I was constantly exceeding expectations in terms of sales results and sales goals, which led to me being promoted every 6 months. Before I knew it, I've gone further than what we all anticipated, and the next possible position for me in that company was to become the CEO of that very company. And looking at my background, my age, and the color of my skin, it was practically almost impossible then. So I had a choice, either to continue to work for this company and make money, travel around, or try to become my own CEO my own way. So I decided to give up England and move to the Gambia. So during that process, one of the first companies that approached me was Pristine Consulting. I think Mr. Draman's today was named the other day here by the moderator. He conducted an interview with me online in London and decided to offer me a job straight away. But being the salesman I am, I went to the Gambia and I decided to shop around. One of the few places I went to was Comium, and there was Daddy. I went to Access Bank, and I also went to Reliance Bank. Reliance offered me a position. Pristine has already offered me. And then I got another offer from Access Bank, Gambia Limited. I decided to choose the latter. Simply one reason. I looked at where can I possibly build up a network that I can take with me when I'm ready to start my own business. I realized that by working at the bank, you'll get a quick education of how and what is going about in the country. You'll get to know what kind of businesses are thriving. You'll get to sit with the CEOs. You get to sit with the project documents that they're looking for financing. And it will give you a quick overview of what is working and what is not working in the country. The plan was to work at the bank for a year and then move on to start something else. It took me 6 months, and I realized that there was a huge gap in the property sector in the Gambia. Around about 10, 11 years ago, I saw that the age at which Gambians were owning properties was around about 40, 45. And I thought, if you now start owning your property at the age of 40 or 45, when will you be able to make good benefit of it and get further investments from your investment of a property? So I thought that, look, why can't we bring the age of property ownership to around about 20? I started thinking about how can we do this. There are a lot of junior bankers in the banks who are earning enough amount of money to be able to put aside maybe $1,000 a month towards property ownership. So I decided to get into a land mortgage scheme. So I was the pioneers of the land mortgage scheme in the Gambia, which you see all these real estate agents trying to copy at the moment. Yeah. So the idea was that if you're 20 and you're working at the bank, not only at the bank, but anywhere that you're working, you should be able to get into a land ownership scheme for a period of 5 years. So you pay $1,000 a month for 60 months, and then you now become a landowner. With this land, you can now take the title deed to the bank 5 years later and say, hey, by the way, I have a title deed and I now need money to build my house. You can get into another loan for around about 5 years or so, and then before you know it, within 10 years, you now have a home at the age of 30, which doesn't have any mortgage whatsoever. But I didn't stop there, because I thought that if you're 30 and you have a house that is not encumbered, you can now then use this property again to release more equity and maybe start looking into businesses and so on and so on. In that way, the poverty elevation become something that it's possible for most Gambians. So, like I said, two things led to the emergence of global properties. One was I lost money and I wanted to solve this problem. The second one was there was a gap in the property market, and I realized that putting these things together, I decided to set up a company called Global Properties. So today, I'm going to just show you a little bit of what we're doing currently in the Gambia. And I'll show you a little bit of what we're doing in Senegal as well as Ghana. So I'm going to take you through some of our current projects that we're working on. First of all, a little bit about Global Properties. We have over 10 years experience in the real estate market. Started in Gambia, crossed over to Senegal, and in Ghana for the last 4 years. In the second or last quarter of 2018, we're looking to enter Sierra Leone, but we're just waiting to see what the election is going to be like before we take that step. Like I said, we were the pioneers of the land mortgage scheme, and we started with own a piece of Gambia, because with property ownership, you're confident in terms of returning home and making the necessary investments become much, much easier. Our team of staff appreciate that your home is likely to be your most treasured asset. So therefore, whether we are selling, leasing, or raising mortgage finance on your behalf, our priority is to ensure that as our client, you are treated with care and consideration. Innovation is the key to every area of our business, which is built on exceeding client expectations. Next slide, please. Our line of business includes obviously property sales and leasing in the Gambia, Senegal, and Ghana. We're also involved in residential and commercial sales and lettings. We're into real estate development, property management, and mortgage advice. I'm going to take you through now to some of the communities that we're currently developing. And the first one we're going to look into is Paradise View. Paradise View is it's a development that is a continuity of Paradise Estate, which we started with. And now that Paradise Estate is fully sold out, Paradise View is selling very, very fast as well. Over here we have 110 units, and so far we've sold 60% of the units quicker than we anticipated. It's one of the first housing estates where we're guaranteeing 24-hour electricity and 24-hour water supply. The type of houses that we have at Paradise View, it's the McCarthy house. Yeah, next slide, please. The McCarthy house is one of my favorites because it's a 3-bedroom house which is built on 450 square meters of land. Very easy to manage and very easy to rent as well. It's one of our most popular rental properties which you could use for holiday let and also an entry point into the property market in the Gambia. Next slide. The second largest one is the Jufrey house, which is also a 3-bedroom house. We have a guest bedroom on the ground floor and then 2 master bedrooms upstairs, a living and a dining room. Next one. And the famous Florida house, which is a 4-bedroom ensuite with 1 bedroom downstairs and then 3 upstairs with 2 living rooms, kitchen, and dining. So I'll take you through some of the features of these houses, or some of the materials that we're using. Obviously, stainless kitchen, granite kitchen tops, ceramic tiles, instant water heat, shower mixers, and so on, PVC windows, etc. The prices of the McCarthy house starts from $79,000, and the Jufrey house is $99,000, and the Florida, which is the biggest house, will start from $128,000. Our latest development is actually the Forest View Apartments. which is situated at the heart of Senegambia. Everybody who's familiar with Senegambia and the club scene, you'll know or have heard about Aquarius or Cora. This development is literally less than 50 meters from Cora. It's right opposite the Kololi Beach Club, and it's about 2 minutes walk to the beach. Like I said, it's very, very close to the main highway going towards the airport. And we have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments. Great locations and great investment opportunity. These are some of the features that comes with the apartment complex. A swimming pool, 24-hour water and electricity again, telecom system, Wi-Fi, laundry service, trash collection, management service. This is a layout of the 1 bedroom and then the 2 bedroom. As you can see, it's a very simple design and very, very good opportunity for investment. So I'll show you the prices now and then I can tell you why that is. The 1 bedroom, it's currently costing $56,000 US. Now, we're anticipating that the 1 bedroom would go for around about $50 per night, which gives you a return on your investment within 36 months. That is if you have 100% occupancy. But let's say you don't even get the 100% occupancy. You say you get 50% occupancy. It will still take you about 6 years to get your money back. But bear in mind that these prices are actually prices at the beginning of the project. In the next 2 to 3 months, we will review the prices again, and they're likely to go up because we're currently selling them at around about 30 or 40% below its capacity. The 2 bedrooms are going for $85,000 at the moment, and so on. Yes, that is. Another project that I'm launching, or that I launched about a month ago, but we're looking to break ground around about first week of March, is a project that is very, very dear to my heart. Because 10 years ago, the slogan was, own a piece of Gambia, referring to own a piece of land through land mortgage schemes. But now I'm saying, own a piece or own a home in the Gambia, but the affordable way. We're selling these 3 bedroom houses for just $30,000. And the $30,000 includes the land and the house and is a turnkey job. All the fixed fittings are going to be in place. That is the kitchen, the showers, the toilets, and all that the customer needs to bring is the loose goods, which are obviously the fridge, furnitures, and so on. The plan for these two-dwelling houses is that we're building 200 units. And the idea I have is that I'm gonna subcontract 10 units to the top 10 Gambian developers or contractors, meaning that we'll create more jobs and give opportunity to Gambians to also get more experience in terms of building homes. We've also engaged Trust Bank and GT Bank and another bank that are willing to give mortgage finance. Details of these are not finalized yet, so I'm not gonna get into that. But hopefully in the next couple of weeks, I should be able to share that information with you. Next. Tujereng, for some of you that don't know where it is, it's literally just 20 minutes away from Senegambia. It's very close to the social security housing development. Actually, we share a road that is between us. And like I said, the 3 bedrooms will be built on an estate, very quiet and with modern technologies. So that's the layout of how it's going to look like, with a park, playground, schools, mosques, church, and so on. Like I said, depending on the exchange rate, we're looking at about 1.5 million with a 30% down payment, and then balance can be spread over a period of 24 months. Looking at it in US dollars, it's a deposit of less than $10,000 with a monthly payment of around about $900 per month for 24 months. The size of the land is 300 square meters, and bear in mind that the exchange rate may change. Okay. Now I'll show you what we've done in Senegal over the last 5 years. SV City is actually our second project that we launched in Senegal. In this development, which was close to the Yoff Airport, we built 150 units. Now, the challenges we had in Senegal in the beginning was that the Senegalese were not used to buying off-plan like the Gambians do. Apparently, they've got their fingers burned so many times that they didn't want to. So the first two buildings took a little bit of time to sell. But now that we're on our last building, we actually sold it out before it started. So there's no apartments available in the first market, but obviously there are opportunities to buy in the secondary market, whereby people that invested before are looking to resell. The prices of these apartments are $150,000 US dollars, but it will also give you a rental return of $2,000 per month. Yeah, so which gives you around about 6 to 7 years to recover your investment. Yeah. That's the location of it. When the old Dakar airport was operating, I just used to get off the plane and then I walked to my apartment, which takes about 5-10 minutes. So no need for a taxi ride then. Yeah. The facilities we have here, it's a clubhouse. Again, same story with the water, electricity, and security. Recreation center, gym, indoor games, tennis court, paved internal and external roads, etc. Each of these apartments came with a maid's room, and some people have decided to actually convert the maid's room into another bedroom to make it a 4-bedroom instead of just 3. There's a reservoir tank for water to make sure that there's non-stop water supply. And each of these apartments are designed for maximum or optimal sea view or brightness and also fresh air into the apartments. Each of these apartments were allocated with 2 underground parkings, and then there are storage facilities available in the parking areas as well. Our next project, or the one that we're working with and selling very fast at the moment, it's SD City in Dakar. In this particular development, we're doing close to 1,500 units, and the apartments are starting from as little as $35,000. And these are 2 bedrooms economic apartments, which comes with very favorable repayment terms. You can pay it over a period of 24 months with a 30% deposit. Yeah. If you're familiar with Senegal, you know that the new highway, which is linking the old airport the new airport in Dakar. We're literally just 1 minute off this highway, and it's a great opportunity for investment. It kind of reminds me a bit about Bruceby, because if you think about it, 5-6 years ago, you could acquire a piece of land in Bruceby for $150,000. Now, if you don't have $800,000 or $900,000, you cannot get a piece of land in there. So it's the same story with SDCD, when the Senegal government is trying to move the capital from where it is to a new modern area. It's 10 minutes away from the new airport, quiet neighborhood but close to the city, easy access to the highway leading to the center of Dakar, flexible payment terms, and an all-inclusive luxury estate. In Ghana, we're developing in an area called East Legon Hills. If you know Ghana very well, you know that East Legon is one of the most attractive areas. And the picture right there is the picture I took the last time I was there. It's actually the clubhouse where you have the pool, the gym, the indoor games, and actual picture taken from my iPhone. The Paradise Estate project in Ghana, it's built on a 12.41 acres of land. Next one, David. And these are some of the features that we have in place. It's the same story again, whereby we try to build communities, you know, where everything you need to have a comfortable living, you'll find in these developments. That is, again, parking, indoor games, maintenance, management, which means that the quality of the houses are going to be maintained simply because maintenance fees are collected and being taken care of. And that's another sample of a house.
There's a towing company outside towing cars. I don't know whether we have people who are wrongly parked. Fire lane. If people are parked on a fire lane, please remove your car.
Thank you. The prices in Ghana, obviously, are more expensive than the ones in Gambia. They start from $107 to around about $226,000 US for the 4-bedroom houses. I'm gonna leave you with a note, and there's a saying that people won't always remember what you tell them, but you'll remember how they make you feel. And I'm hoping that after this presentation, you will feel like doing business with me. Thank you very much.
But he does his thing, and he does it in his own subtle way, and he has made a mark in the Gambia. And I know him, and I know what he has done. A round of applause for Saul. When I approached Saul that, hey, silence please, courtesy, courtesy. Can we be courteous, please? Thank you. I approached Saul at the 11th hour to join our mission to the U.S. because I believe it will be beneficial for him. And yes, there are many real estate companies in the Gambia, but I'm yet to see one that is very... Silence, please. Come on. Show us some respect. We came a long way. Yes, we do. Anyway, like I said, I approached Saul at the 11th hour that, hey, we're fielding a mission to the U.S. and I would really love you to be on board. He said, I'm not in the Gambia. but I'll see whether I can get one or two of my staff to join you. Can you write me an invitation? So we wrote an invitation. His staff went to the embassy and they were granted a visa. But unfortunately, when you're granted a visa in Gambia, you have to wait a day or two to pick it up. So they had to pick up their visas on a Thursday, and basically they would not have been here on time, considering the flight schedules leaving out of Dakar. So he told me, I'm just getting into Gambia, but I'll get out again and join you. That's the commitment this guy has for Gambia. He is making money, of course, but you know what? He said, I'm going to where the money is coming from. I won't wait for them to come. And I do hope, most people in the audience will have a word or two with him. And even if you're not buying, he can at least fill you up with information that will prepare you for your eventual, acquisition of a property in the Gambia. So, Saul, thank you so much, and I really do appreciate you. We will have a vote of thanks, and after the vote of thanks, as usual, we'll have dinner. Yesterday, our dinner was sponsored by Jeru Toure. Today, another Gambian entrepreneur, in the person of Big Barry, provided dinner for us. So a big round of applause for Mr. Big Barry. Making money is great, but giving back is even greater. And giving back for a worthy cause is noble, and that's what Gambia needs. And also, I will acknowledge Point Click. Point Click has been great to us. Okay. Point Click has been great to us, since we came to the US. They've helped in a lot of logistic support.